The Art of Paying It Forward. Pay It Forward was an American movie released in October 2000, I guess. The story goes like this. Inspired by a school assignment, an young boy comes up with an idea that eventually changes many lives in the line. What he decides was, instead of returning the favor to those people who help him, what if I pay it forward by helping 3 more people down the line who can be complete strangers? So at the end of the story, it goes on and on. The cycle of pay it forward goes on and on, eventually touching countless people. So when I watched this movie in 2005, it blew up my mind because I could see myself as part of the story. So today you are going to listen to the story of a village boy who came from a local tailor family, went all the way to become a software engineer working in US for several years, ended up his career as a full-time NGO where he could find his life mission of the art of paying it forward. So it's all about my own life journey. So my father was a small-time tailor, and my mother used to run a small grocery store. Even though they couldn't complete their school education, some reason my mother was very picky about sending me and my brother to school. And she always thought that education can change lives. It alone can change lives. And I was really doing well with my academics. And when I scored 90% at my 7th public exam, board exam, my teachers thought that I should go to the next level. So they pulled up some money, and then they had me attend a Gurukul entrance examination at the district level. So I cleared that, and I got a free residential education where I could continue my education, study. It was completely funded by the government. So my parents were happy mainly because the education was free, and that will relieve them from one financial burden. So I continued to do well, and I secured a state 2nd rank in my 10th board exam. That was in 1988. And with that state rank, I could get into another residential institute called APRG's Nagarjuna Sagar, where I could complete my intermediate personal +2, again completely free of cost, government funded. I managed to get state rank there again. And then I was selected for a free coaching for M.Set exam. M.Set is like a state level test for getting into the engineering college. So I got a free coaching by an institute. So I cracked that also, and I got a rank of 483 was my rank. So it was a very good rank even today. So I was extremely happy that now I can get into engineering college, start working on my 4-year degree. That's where the trouble started. So that's when I went to my father and said, see, this is the marks, straight ranks, and these are my pictures on the newspapers. See, I'm doing so well, I go to the next level. He said, yeah, go ahead. What do you mean by go ahead? We both have to go to Hyderabad, pay some counseling fees. Then when I go to the college, there will be some tuition cost. I have to buy some books, and I need to stay in the hostel for next 4 years. That will cost some money. Then he said, what, come again? Yes, Dad, this course is not free. We need money. He had no clue what I was talking about. So he said, are you out of your mind? You know very well what I do for living, right? And you know what your mother does there. So how do you expect us to, pay all these costs? So this doesn't work for you. So forget about it. I said, forget about it? What do you mean? That's what I'm saying. Forget about it, because those courses are not meant for people like us. There's a different group of people. And he said, I have a plan B for you. Oh, good. What is that plan B? You keep away all your certificate rank cards aside. Sit with me for 1 year. And I promise you, I'll make you a #1 tailor in the village. And trust me, it's a very good career. See, just look at me, I'm so happy, so you'll be fine. So you just can't imagine what I was going through. It was so frustrating for me. And I was going through all the sleepless nights. And at that age, I had no clue, why I need money for higher education, in spite of all those top ranks, and they had no meaning at all now. So it doesn't make any sense for all the certificates rank out. And then something happened. Few elders from the village, they didn't like what was happening to me. They're so kind-hearted, they came forward, they want to help. So they organized a benefit show. So they played a movie in one of the local theaters in the village. It's part of the fundraising event. They collected 6,000 rupees. That was a good amount that time. So it was so touching for me because the entire village was trying to help me. Unfortunately, that amount was nowhere close to what I needed, right? So again, I was back to square one. I knew that that's the end of my career. So I listened to my father. I followed his advice. Through all my certificates, I sat with him and started learning this stitching basics. And I knew that this is going to my career. I will become another tailor in the village. Forget about education. But trust me, it was not easy to take it, because my heart was always with education. I want to move forward. For the first time in my life, I hated the system around me. I really did. But then something else happened which completely changed the trajectory of my life and career. I came across an organization called North-South Foundation, NSF, which was also called Bread Society. They were looking for people like me, encouraging excellence among the poor. They were giving scholarships. I said, I have excellence, I am poor. So with that timely scholarship, I could finish my 4 years of graduation at JNTU Kakinada, then moved to IIT Kharagpur for my master's degree. Then I was selected in the campus by TCS company, which is a software company. On 14th March 1996, I joined TCS Mumbai as a software trainee and became the second earning member of the family. So my friends were happy, my teachers were happy, my villagers were happy, my parents were more happy, and they started motivating other parents in the village that education can change lives. See my kid. So fortunately for me, the story doesn't end there. So when I moved from Mumbai to Chennai office, one day the HR manager came to me and said, Surya, do you want to go to States? States? Where is it? I have no idea and I don't want to go. What does it mean? States here, the United States of America. Do you want to go to America? Because you have an excellent profile and I can set up a client interview for you. There's an on-site assignment. Do you want to go? Oh, will there be a more salary? Of course, yes. You'll be paid in dollars. Yes, I want to go. Because I need to clear a lot of debts. I need to build a house for my parents. So that's how in 1997, at the age of 24 years old, I took the flight and moved to other side of the world. And here in the village, my family has become an NRI family. Local tailor family became an NRI family. Even though I did more than what anyone would expect from a local tailor's family, something was always preventing from me from being fully satisfied. Something was not right inside. My friends, my teachers, my villagers, this organization NSF, why should they help me out? Who are all these people? What is in it for them? If none of them helped me out, I would have dropped out of the college, sitting next to my father, and then trying to do the tailoring, and then I just be in the village. Forget about the education, and then not knowing anything about this wonderful world of opportunities, and probably not knowing anything about myself also. So I think there has to be a purpose for my life. So I should find all ways to know what that purpose is. That's exactly, I came up with this idea of paying it forward. So instead of thanking all those wonderful people in my life who made a difference, what if I paid forward by helping someone like me? So that's exactly when in 2002, 6 years after I got my job, on my father's name, I set up an organization called Padala Charitable Trust and started helping people like myself. So every year, 2 months, I come to India. I gather all these people in my village. And while I was giving scholarship, interacting with them, there was only one thing I used to tell them, only one thing. See, we are not related to each other, right? The only reason I'm trying to help you is because I remember my past. I remember my roots. So whatever you do, wherever you are, remember your past, remember your parents, and try to make a difference in someone else's life. So pay it forward, keep the cycle going. Fortunately, that message kept going, and I'm very glad to say that our scholarship alumni, the recipient, now they're all over. We have several IT professionals sitting in India and abroad. We have 15 medical doctors, some of them are postgrads. We have 3 people working at ISRO as scientists. We have tens of teachers working in government schools and colleges. We have bank officers. We have panchayat secretaries. They're all over. The best part is they have become part of the, most of them, they become part of the paid forward cycle. So every year we receive contributions from these people asking us to pay it forward. Coming to the last part of the story. So while I was doing my graduation in Kakinada, JNT Kakinada, I made a promise to myself that at the age of 40 years old, I'm going to quit whatever job, whatever business I'm doing, get back to my village, and start doing something that will make my life more meaningful, more purposeful. So 2 weeks before my 40th birthday in December 2012, one-way Air India flight ticket from Chicago to Hyderabad, along with my supportive wife and 2 young children who were 6 years and 3 years old. December 12, 2012 was the magic date we landed in Hyderabad. And by the way, we all 4 have American passports and OCA cards. So what happened after December 2012? 2 things happened. One, I never went back to America again. Second, I have been spending full time into the organization trying to make a difference. So I was able to build a great team, and we mainly work with the underprivileged children in government schools and hostels and colleges. And our mainly focus is the adolescent education and empowerment. Because today's adolescents, the boys and girls, need a lot of awareness. They need right awareness on right things at right age in a right way. That's the need of the hour today. So we talk about the life skills education, not scoring grades, marks, but we need to have some life skills. We talk about career counseling. We talk about adolescent health, which includes the menstrual hygiene management, still a taboo in India, most of the places. Reproductive health, child sexual abuse, the POCSO Act, child marriages, substance abuse. So these kind of things are still taboo in India, but we try to make sure we bring a lot of awareness about these things in adolescent boys and girls. So we have modules about all these programs for all stakeholders, the students, the teachers, the parents, and the government officials. We are one of the knowledge partners of the government of AP, and we have MOUs with the education department. We go around to a number of schools and we try to interact with kids. So that's exactly what we do. So all these programs. So and then some of these sessions, interact with the kids. So one question, the question that I come up with, I'll just tell you. Sir, why did you leave all these, such a lucrative job? Was it a hard decision to make? And was it very hard to convince your family? And at the end of the day, because you left everything and come back. And the last one is, how are you managing your finances? So I tell them, no, it was not a very tough decision. It was easy to decision, well planned, well executed. It was not hard for me to convince family because they knew that what I was going to do. They knew that the measure of success for me is to remember my roots and pay it forward, not just scoring state ranks and living in abroad. So it was not difficult for me to convince my family. So I keep telling them, and that will make them think. The kids will start thinking about what exactly the success and what life is. So coming to the last part of the thing, just want to make sure the art of paying it forward should be part of everybody's business, no matter what. Why? Because no matter by whom, where, and how we are brought up, we always receive many things, many favors from many people in many points of our life. It doesn't matter. We always have the receiving end. But when you look at the big picture, there is very little that we return back. So just think about it. The art of paying it forward should be part of everybody's life. And if I believe that, whatever I have today, what I am today, is only because of my intelligence and hard work, I am wrong. Why? There are more people in the world who are more intelligent than I am, more hardworking than I can, never had the same resources that I had access to. They never got the opportunities that I got it. So it's not fair. There was no fair competition. I never competed with them. So how can I take the credit? It's not fair. So what makes it fair is to stop my journey at one point and then start paying it forward. So just give a serious thought about it. The art of paying it forward should be part of everybody's life. It doesn't matter where you are, whatever you are. So does it end of the story? So much has 3 parts in it: the struggle, the rise with the help of the society, and then the actual relation of what exactly you are very fit in this world. So that's the end of the story? No, not really. Because I still have thousands of lives to impact, me and my team. And we have a lot of underprivileged families to support. And again, several years of paying it forward yet to come. So I'm not done yet. So the journey continues. And I really hope that, start thinking about this one. And by paying it forward, by being part of this wonderful cycle of paying it forward, your story and your journey should be as beautiful, as smart, as fancy, as interesting as, if not better. So good luck with that. Thank you for the opportunity.